but he's really all about running this truck here in his home state. And what about the number 6? Let's keep our eye on Norm Benning. He was really competitive yesterday in practice.
Got Chase Briscoe in this one as well. There's Briscoe in the 04 starting next to Benning. Norm still getting after it after all these years.
Been a great track so far. Done a great job on this, so pretty excited that they're able to showcase it kind of correctly, I feel like, compared to yesterday, and made the good changes.
Certainly encouraging, especially considering the weather that moved through earlier today, and we're quite sure what we were going to have tonight here at Knoxville.
Couldn't have turned out any better.
It is beautiful. First time racing for NASCAR here at Knoxville Raceway. Of course, for many years raced at Iowa Speedway, Newton, Iowa, about 30 miles away. First time for NASCAR at Knoxville. Great to be here with Kevin Swindell and Michael Waltrip, Jamie Howe, Jamie Little downstairs. And the final qualifying race of the night is green.
Keep our eye on the 52 of Stuart Friesen starting back on the last row.
Well, Hocevar drove it in there hard up top, didn't he? Look at Briscoe making it 3 wide.
Not wasting any time.
Hocevar got to the front. Briscoe trying to get by Moffitt.
Moffitt saying, what just happened? I had control of this race. And
could we ease into it? I mean, come on, guys.
He just left that door a little open off of 2 for Chase, and Chase took it.
Rain Infinger poking his nose in there as well in the 98.
Sheldon Creed battling as well. What a great race.
That's 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th right there. Oh, look at that blanket over him.
Looks like he's been really free. Yeah, he also looks like he's got his legs under him now. He made a great run off turn 4, down on the bottom, trying to take that 2nd spot away from Briscoe.
Austin Hill up into the mix, side by side now with Sheldon Creed. And there is Stuart Friesen lurking behind that group. Carson Hocevar in the white truck is the leader.
Kevin, what do you look like? I'm just keep waiting for that bottom, that right against the berm to really start coming in. What are you looking for? How do you see this track changing throughout the night?
So far, I think if you keep those kind of, little bit of ruts, not really ruts, but kind of just divots there that have all that dark dirt in, keep kind of crumples over across any of the slick, it makes it a lot harder for it to ever take any rubber down there. So as long as they can keep that little bit of moisture and kind of keep it dirty, really, I think it'll stick around. But, if they ever get the top too dirty, everybody's going to migrate down there, and that'll kind of lead us towards what we saw at the end of yesterday. Infinger in the yellow and silver 98, and that's Sheldon Creed, the defending series champion in the 2. Infinger, of course, if you've been with us throughout the course of the season, you know he's been splitting his season between the 98 and the 9 truck, and has been doing a great job at it in the 98 this week for ThorSport. Creed drives for GMS, the defending series champ.
Right behind them, you see the blue truck. That's Friesen. He's not able to gain any ground at all. Carson Hocevar holding the lead, and there's Jess Friesen. Listening, learning, that's what it's all about right now. She's just Jamie Howe. She's just trying to understand what's going on with Stewart and how she can be even better.
Well, both of them ended practice yesterday not 100% happy with their trucks. They made some really big changes. Stewart said it was pretty wholesale. So wholesale, in fact, they didn't have enough parts to do the same changes on both trucks. I asked him, well, which one's going to be better? Then he said, we really don't know. But his was the bigger changer of the 2 of them.
Well, I was going to say, if Stewart's smart, he's going to give Jessica all the best parts.
Well, right now, it looks like they both have the same parts because they both got the same problems. Not enough speed in those Almar trucks.
Yeah, I almost wonder if we're seeing some of these guys who were kind of set up for what we saw at the end with a lot of grip, down on the bottom, and now they're just, it was okay for some of those guys earlier when you had grip in the moisture. Now that the track's slowing down overall, it's just making it tough on these guys who probably had a truck that turned yesterday when it had the grip.
I want to tell you, a guy that will find grip on the bottom, whether we're on a 1.5 miles short track at Bristol, Austin Hill. He does a great job of getting his truck to hook up around the bottom of the racetrack. He always seems to do better in the long run, too. He can really figure out the grip and where it is on the racetrack, and he's doing that in this heat race.
That's Hill in the 16, Moffitt in the 37. Of course, Moffitt, a former series champion when he was driving the 16 truck, we might add.
Still seeing time-wise, both lanes are, you know, it almost seems like the bottom's better, but you know, looking at the times, it's about even when guys run top or bottom.
5 laps remaining in this 4th and final qualifying race. There's the total heat points down there in the bottom left of that pylon as they currently stand. And remember, the most heat points accumulated will start from the pole. That's how they're going to set up the 40 truck lineup tonight.
I like this formula. Makes it fun to see guys move through the field.
4 laps remaining as Moffitt and Hill continue to battle for 3rd. Kevin, how would you want to set up? We know the truck and the track is going to be changing. The track is going to be changing throughout the course of the night. How do you want your truck set up, knowing the evolvement that it's going to endure?
It's hard to say. You know, you would definitely want to be on the tighter side, I think, for sure. You know, early, and you know, try to build in some adjustability to where on this, you know, the stops that you can kind of free yourself up, I think, is if it does lay rubber. But you know, I think now, and at least for the first half of the race, I think you would want to be more on the tight side. And you know, it seems like you don't make as much speed with the back hung out. And you know, I think that's something that maybe Moffitt's kind of figured out as we go here, is he seems to be running a lot straighter than he was at the beginning. And you know, obviously they didn't make any changes, and he's been able to pick up speed.
Final lap in this 4th and final qualifying race. Yes, Moffitt has disposed of his battle with Austin Hill and is now on the hunt and tracking down Chase Briscoe in this final lap for 2nd.
Fastest lap time was Moffitt last time around. Now he dives to the bottom. Can he take that spot away?
He's going to probably run out of time here, but as Carson Hocevar takes